What's going on, guys? It's Issy Amoeba again. Today we're gonna work on 360 flip. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me about them, so and I promised some of you guys that I'm gonna do it switch and regular. So we're gonna do them all 4 ways today. Regular, switch, nollie, and fakie. I learned regular first, then I learned fakie, then I learned switch, and then nollie. So, all right, so when I grip my board, I actually gripped it the wrong way. So when I do regular, it's gonna look like my board is backwards. But actually when I do regular tray flips, I'm using the tail. And then when I do switch tray flips, I'm gonna be using the nose as the tail. So let's explain that first. All right, so for regular tray flips, what I do is I kind of slant my front foot and I'll place it like right underneath the bolts pretty much. I mean, when I first started, like I'd start down here just because it'd be easier to get the board to spin around. But when I do it now, it's kind of like right here. I put it like kind of high, probably like right under the bolts right there. And then my back foot, I keep it on the tail, but it's kind of more like in the concave. So if I take off my shoe, I could show you guys exactly how I have my feet. So, all right, so my front foot's right here. And then my back foot, it's almost like I'm gripping the side of the board right here with my toes. Cause like in order to do a tray flip, you gotta scoop it. So you gotta scoop it around so the board fully rotates. So that's why I wanna kinda show you guys like where I put my feet without my shoes on, cause it's really important. So I don't put it like too much over here, cause then you lose the pop, right? You lose the pop if it's too much over here. So I put it on the tail, but I pretty much grip the side of the board with my toes so I could get that good scoop going backwards, like that. But all right, so when you do tray flips, you gotta be really patient. I learned varial flips before I did tray flips. That was actually my first flip trick, but tray flips take a long time because in order to get that scoop with your back foot, it really takes a lot of timing and it's a lot of patience. Like when you get a good scoop, you'll like know in your head that you're getting that solid like pop. I mean, it's kind of hard to explain. That's something you can only learn by experience. But yeah, at first when you try it, like it's gonna flip and not go all the way around. It's gonna land maybe like a little more than halfway and only flip over halfway around. Like when you first do it, don't really focus too much like on your front foot. Because honestly, your front foot, it flicks it, but it barely flicks it. You want to try to keep like your focus on your back foot. And then once you get that down, you could kind of focus on the front foot. But if you try to do 2 things at once when you're learning it, it's not really gonna work out. So you really wanna learn that motion with your back foot first. What I did when I learned tray flips was like, I wouldn't actually commit to it first. I would kind of just set up my feet and then try to get that scoop with the back foot. Just like that. So I couldn't land on it because I couldn't scoop it good. But that's kind of how I like got used to the scoop with the back foot. I just kind of land like one foot like that. I know with like kick flips too, like when you guys do it, you could only land at 1 foot, right? That's because you're not fully like used to how the board flips it. You really got to get it down to get both feet on there. So I just kind of did that. Yeah, and like a lot of the times, like your board's not gonna like come around. It's not gonna flip and then come on the grip tape side. You're gonna like land upside down. All right, so the tough part is when you do a tray flip, it is a scoop, but you have to pop it at the same time. Because if the only thing you're doing is like trying to scoop the board, it's really not gonna pop. It's just kind of gonna like go over like that. So I mean, if you guys notice, like when my tray flips are slow mode, I really pop it still. So it's almost like I wait for the pop and then I scoop the board, if that makes sense. Cause like, if you're just trying to fully scoop, like you might not get that solid pop, you know? So try to pop, and right when you pop, try to grip it with your toes and like scoop it over. So when I learned my fakie ones, it was actually like a little bit easier to get the scoop. Since you're going like, you're riding the opposite way and you gotta scoop it, I guess it kind of helps because you're going like the way your board's gonna scoop. So it might be a little bit easier to get that scoop. So when you're going, I mean pretty much same thing, but you're gonna be going backwards. Set up your foot right here, front foot right here on the corner. So same thing. If you work on your regular ones, I mean the fakie ones are gonna come real easy. So it's important, I know it's like a little bit easier to get the fakie one down, but I'd say work on the regular one. That way when you do your fakie ones, they're gonna pop good. You know, you're gonna get that solid flip and the solid scoop. So yeah, try to work on regular ones first. I learned that one before I learned fakie, so that helps out. All right, so switch ones, I learned that one way after I learned my regular ones. So that my switch ones probably came about like maybe like 4 years after I started skating. It kind of took me a while because it's kind of awkward, you know, like scooping with your opposite foot. And I'd seriously like, I would just sit pretty much at my house and I'd try to do switch trays, and like, just like when I learned regular, they wouldn't flip all the way around. I'd probably get it to around like 270 and my body felt like kind of awkward. But one really important thing I learned about tray flips, when I was doing it switch, like my shoulders would want to turn like straight. So it's important when you do your tray flips that your body, your shoulders are completely like parallel like this. Because I mean, if you're trying to tray flip kind of like this, it's not going to work out as good. I pretty much like try to stay like parallel. You guys will notice like if you get your tray flips down and you try it down a set of stairs, it's gonna be awkward, so your body's gonna want to turn like in front, so you're looking in front. But it's really important that you keep your body sideways. Okay, so when you watch the slow-mo one down the stairs, you'll notice that my body is gonna stay, like my shoulders are gonna stay parallel with my feet. So that's one really important thing. Try to keep your body sideways. Pretty funny. And then my nollie ones, that one came like pretty, I didn't practice that one too much. I did a lot of switch ones, and then once I got the switch ones good, my nollie ones came like pretty easily, so. Okay, so when you do nollie ones, it might be a little bit easier than switch. Since you're riding regular, it's not gonna feel as uncomfortable. But I mean, if you have your switch ones down super good, like your nollie ones, you're just gonna know how to pop them. Cause I mean, when a lot of people do it, they like miss the pop on a nollie tray. But if you have your switch ones down really good, I'm pretty sure like that's not gonna happen too much. So yeah, I worked on my regular and the switch ones before I learned like the fakie and nollie ones. Yeah, so one thing that might help is I know it's like super uncomfortable to stand switch on your board and do it. Even just set up for the switch tray, it's kind of weird at first. So it might help if you just stand still and like set up your feet and try to just like bend down and like get used to that motion. Cause at first it seriously like feels really awkward. But I mean, the more you do it, like the more, just like any trick, the more you do it, like the easier and more comfortable your body's gonna get. Eventually, it just, honestly, like it feels regular almost. Like now it's easier for me to do switch trays and nollie trays. I know I did regular and fakie, but I haven't been doing those at all. So yeah, it's, I don't know, it's just, if you practice a lot, you'll get it, you know, just like any other trick. Like, I know it's kind of frustrating to be out there and not have the board like flip all the way and it's gonna land upside down, not spin all the way around. But it's just you practicing. Like once your back foot gets used to that popping and the scooping motion, you can honestly get it down every try. Because I mean, as you guys see, like the 360 flip is like a trick everyone does, you know? So once you get used to it, you're gonna have it down. Like, so just go out there and practice, and you're gonna be super hyped when you land your first one. So yeah, just keep it up, and yeah, hit me up on Facebook, because I added a bunch of you guys, and I've been trying to get back to every one of you. So if you guys need any tips, like, you could hit me up and I'll get back to you on that. Help you guys out. Yeah, so good luck on learning them, and let me know if you need any more tips. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys soon.